be doing some Easter eggs today, and hopefully they're going to be in the style of the Stardew Valley eggs. This is truly a DIY trial, and I do have these, they're like plastic eggs from Dollarama, because I'm hoping that if they turn out, I can keep them year after year, and I don't really feel like dealing with real eggs at the moment. So, bear with me. I am going to be dyeing them first, and it says that it'll take about 5 minutes for the dye to work, but I have a plan for in the meantime while we wait. But I will move these. I think I'm only going to do 5 eggs. Hello, Graydon. And I'm also doing this on my white computer desk, so there is a high chance that I will be stating this. Hi, Callie. Can I call you Callie, or do you want me to use your username? Sorry. So I have some cups of water, and I didn't have any of the regular Easter egg dyers, but I do have leftover tie-dye. So I'm doing the 4 colors down at the bottom, so, can I point at them? No, I don't know how to work. Anyways, blue, orange, pink, and green. So I'll do a little bit in each cup, and we'll dye the eggs. I don't want to keep them on the mat, but I also want to have some room for what I'm going to be doing in the meantime. So, okay. Like that. I guess I'll go in order. We'll do blue first. Like I said, I don't know how well these are going to dye. They are supposedly dyeable Easter eggs. My mic audio is a little off. I am blasted, and I did charge these. I might be able to plug them in though, but my long cord is on my phone at the moment. Driving? Mm-hmm. You think it's pulling from my webcam? One moment. Okay, yeah, it's pulling from my webcam. Alright. Let's see how to do this. Sorry, just trying to figure this out. Headphones, microphone. Alright, I will be right back.
All right. Does that sound any better? Okay. But the problem now is I'm hearing myself. Hello? Yeah. Oh, that might just be... Hello? Can you still hear me, Graydon? Okay. That should work. I just kind of muted my headphones, so I'll figure out what the relay was. You notice I disappeared from the corner. That is because when I unplugged my webcam, it did not turn back on when I plugged it back in. So I am just going to try and tweak with that in the corner while we're just chilling. And hopefully it'll come back up. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm going to dye some of my eggs. So I guess we'll start with the blue, and then we'll do the orange here, pink there, and the green here. And like I said before, there is a high chance that I end up dyeing my white desk. So we'll see how that goes. Never dyed Easter eggs with tie-dye before, so I don't know how that's gonna work, but we shall see. Try that for now and see how that goes. Blue, next is orange. So I think that's orange. We'll see, it's been like 2 years since I used the tie-dye, so who knows? I figured dye is dye. Ooh. Makes little like rainbow rings. I am concerned that it's not coming out. Just one drop at a time. Is that orange enough? Give that a go. And then pink, I have another tie-dye, but it's not the brand of the other ones, but definitely pours out better. Some pink. And last but not least, green. So we are trying to do like pastel colors, and the plastic eggs did say that they would come out pastel, so I think that I don't have to worry about how much dye I am going in with. Unless, you know, it's too little. Yeah. And we grabbed 4 eggs. They will float, so I'll have to turn them. But we will do that and check in on them every once in a while. Yeah. Who knows? While I am playing with this egg, I am just going to fiddle around with my other webcam, see if I can get it back up. think it's gonna work. Order down. Okay. I'm back. All right, so that's good. And then, like I said, I am gonna do something else in the meantime of trying to get these eggs to die. Didn't anticipate them being such a problem for floating, but I should have thought of that. I am going to make, hopefully, where is it? The void egg. But I'm just going to use a Sharpie for this once I find out where I put my Sharpie. So I have a king Sharpie, and I'm just going to color with it and get it black, and then I'm going to use POSCA paint pens to put the designs on them, which is the same of what I'll do with the other eggs. So, yeah. Woohoo, I'm back. How's the background music, Graydon? It's good? Okay. Oh yeah. That looks like a void egg. And if these eggs don't end up dying, I do have the colors in paint pens. I just thought it would be easier to dye them rather than, you know, do this with every single one with wet pen instead of a Sharpie. But if that's the course we need to take, then that's what we're going to have to do. The music's a little quiet. Then I will crank it. Well, nothing's playing at the moment, so. See how that goes. Not my throat making noises. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. First casualty, Sharpie on the finger. Second casualty, more Sharpie on the finger. think that's good. Set it down. Might have to touch up a couple spots, but... Alright, how annoyed am I going to be with these? I mean, it's hard to tell. It does look a little green, but definitely not what I want it to be. I'm worried with diluting the dye. I should have just had it. Just poured all the dye I had onto it. I can tell the blue and the green definitely are picking up colors, but the orange and the pink are not really. That one didn't work as well. Made like a little angry face. Okay. Well then I think I'll pull out the orange and just wipe it off. And I think I do have orange pens. Let's see, I do have like that orange. Where is... There we go, that's pretty close. Let's have like this peachy color, which might be good for the highlight. And then I have... what is it? Like this pumpkin. I think this one might be our best bet. Or I do have a bunch of like knockoff ones. They're from Dollarama. Yeah, that's also like a pumpkin orange. We shall try it with the POSCA. I don't think that did anything except for like right here. In fact, there's a bit of a difference. The music is a tad loud now. What's the truth? So that's a white egg, and no, that was my orange egg, and this is my white egg, so I don't think dyeing did anything. I'll move my orange out of the way. It's brand new. Focus. There we go. Shaking my whole setup trying to get the orange out. There we go. I wonder if I can put this egg on this stick, it would be easier to paint. That didn't really work. Alright, we're just gonna hold it then. I'm trying to wonder if I could do the entire half in one go without smudging the paint. Like I'm already getting some on my fingers. But I think I can. I think I can. That is half of an orange egg. I'm gonna set it down to let it dry. Got these little egg rings that came with the eggs, and they'll hold them still. So that for now. It's kind of getting blue, but it's not blue enough. So the pink is kind of like a purpley pink. I think I have a good color for it. Towards me is... Oh yeah. There we go. That's the color. Guess the pink egg comes out next. Yeah, like that. It's like the sound. Like I am shocked in the fact that trial and error actually comes with, you know, error. I just thought it would work. That there. We can move this over, I guess. Orange one there. That guy there. Also brand new. Focus. There we go. Oh yeah, I think that'll be the perfect color for this egg. And if I miss a spot, don't worry. I'm gonna go back and kind of touch up here and there. That's one of the reasons I wanted to do the dye, is because I wanted a nice solid color for the background, but I find that paint pens sometimes leave like smudges and lines, so I wouldn't mind maybe a second coat, or at the very least just like touching up some areas that I don't like that much. Yeah, the orange is drying really nice. Like you can see, there's a couple spots, and I still have to do the other half, but that's where I went really heavy with the paint. And can't quite see, but yeah, it'll do the trick. Not as nice as the black egg, the void egg. The sheen on it, very void. I do have black paint markers too. I thought the Sharpie would be a nice quick way to do it. That's the purpley pink. Color's a little different, but with the highlights, I think it'll be good. Set that one down. Oh. Alright, she got some fingerprints on her. There we go. Alright. I think I will work on the other half in the orange next. Give these guys a little bit more of a chance, because they seem the most promising to come up with the dye, even though they're not going to be as vibrant as that. Hmm. My camera's glitching. I think it shows up on stream, but I'm using my phone here as webcam. That's what I usually use. And then this one, right, this one, I got for $2 at one of the Amazon return stores, thinking that it might be okay. I don't love it. It's definitely, you know, for Zoom calls and, you know, you don't really need a nice webcam kind of thing. But was it worth $2 though? No, I think that they should have paid me $2 for the headache of trying to get it to work, especially now that we had to take a break and it was taking over our audio. We'll see. It might stick around. Probably not, though. Might just write on the box it came in that this is a poopy webcam, and then donate it to Value Village. That way someone can buy it knowing that it is a poopy webcam. But they might need a poopy webcam. I have to try and remember to keep my hand in shot of the camera. There we go. An orange egg. Cover up a couple spots here. Not too bad, not too bad. Alright, these guys had promise. Definitely is blue. I'll pull out a regular one. You could change colors. It's very pastel. But I don't think it's going to get any better than that. Especially the fact that they float. Green one, same sort of thing. Not as good. I'm going to pull them both out. If I can find the thing. Like, that looks green. But then, oh, no, the dye just slid right off of it. And pull this one out. And my desk is not that big, so I'm going to take a second and just put these in a place where I will not spill them. Be right back. I have returned. Thank you for going on that journey with me. So we've got our blue and green egg. Got this blue. It's not too bad. This one. They're very similar. Neither of them seem quite dark enough though. This one. That might be a choice. Will it focus on it? No, but... And I have this one, which is too blue, I think. I'm liking this blue. I know it's not exact, but we can use this one for the lowlights, this one for the highlights. I guess I might have a different one for highlights, but I might give that one a go for the blue. And what do I have for green? What kind of green is it? It's a very pale green. Got... Oh yeah, that's the one. And let me guess, they're both unused. Both unused. We'll do the green first. I think technically that was the blue one. Oh, it's leaking dye. You can sit on that tap. That one would probably work to be skewered. Oh, that's gonna be like the perfect green. Lovely. I love the coverage on that too. There we go. Yeah. I have to remember that it is gonna mattify down. Like it's not gonna stay glossy, but I could always put a gloss coat on it at the end. Okay, and that does it for that half. Put you down here. At E. Okay. Going everywhere. You get green? I got green on the orange. Now for the blue. think that'll be good. I was worried it would be too light, but it is showing up darker on the paper. Should I try my stab stick method? Can maybe paint this all in one go if it holds. Oh, that's more promising. I have made an egg wand. Voila! See how it goes. No, I immediately don't like it. Furiously coloring. Yeah, the color is a little more blue than this is kind of like a periwinkle, but not this, the egg from Stardew Valley. But we're gonna paint it in spirit with what I got on hand. I'm not gonna be blending POSCA colors today, so this blue will have to do. Wow, my camera's really glitching. Sorry. Maybe it's the wire. Maybe we're all in a simulation. You don't see it? It's not freezing. It's like flashing like snow across. And I think I do see it on the Twitch recording. So it should pop up on your end. But it's like a... See if I can... Where is it? It's like a bar across right here. By the time I see it though and comment on it, there we go. It's already happened for you, obviously. Let that dry. Back. I think we can pick up the purple now. paint on my hands. Do base coat of everything first. I'm just so tempted to touch everything up. Like, no, you must be perfect. I just realized something that is amazing. The stripes of the eggs are the colors of the other eggs. Incredible. I was thinking to myself, like, oh, what color am I going to put on the stripes? Like, how am I going to pick them out? And I was looking at it, and I already have the colors picked out. So I just have to worry about the highlights and the lowlights, which I think I do have quite a few color varieties of both. I have the regular POSCA pack for pens, and I also have the pastel. And like I said, I also have like the no-name acrylic paint pens. So we got options. I tried for so long trying to find an image of the Easter eggs, but of course if you look up Stardew Valley Easter eggs, you're just gonna get like the little surprises, not the actual Easter eggs. I even tried like Egg Festival, Egg Textures, you know, and then that came up with mod packs until finally someone had posted it on Imager, and that's where I nabbed it from. So I don't even know for sure if these are exactly the design. I was watching like TikToks too, like how to beat Abigail so she never tries an Egg Festival again. And they did look similar, but of course they're just tiny little eggs that show up. So this is the best I got, and that's what we're working with today. This is taking a little more time than, you know, I thought dipping all 4 eggs at the same time for 5 minutes in dye would, but I don't think the dye would have had this nice, like, richness of a color. So. And also, if we had the color of the eggs dyed, and then we had to match that color in the bands, this was the way to go. Should have just gone this way from the start. Back in frame. Stay in frame. You can see where I put my fingerprint right there. We'll touch it up. There, it's like it never happened. Okay. And the last one is green, and then we can start decorating. Trying to find like the best way to hold it without getting my fingers all green. Pinky's out. Green. There we go, we've got some colors. It's still wet. I got green on the orange egg again. I never learn. Just touch it up. They are looking good. There. Never happened. So we'll let those dry for a second. This is well good and dry, so got, I think my regular red is a good color. Ooh, but it's a little dry. Not too bad. Okay. I know sometimes if you add Sharpie on Sharpie, it'll erase the Sharpie. So we'll just test like down on the bottom. It's not taking away the Sharpie, but I don't think it's necessarily adding like a second layer. It'll be just as streaky. What do we think? Does that look any better? I think that it might be a little better. It's really hard to tell. It's not making it worse. Yeah. The Sharpie dries a lot quicker than the paint does, so that is good. A void egg. All hail the void egg. Set you down. I don't think I'm going to do a second coat because the colors did turn out well, but I'm just going to touch up any spots that I missed. There's a couple here and there. They look like little white flecks. Can you see there's some up here and there's a couple on the side. Yeah, so this is the side I did the double on, and then this is the side that I didn't. So I think it did make quite a difference. Yeah. I'm glad I have a king Sharpie too, because otherwise this would take a minute. Well, it would take a while, not an actual minute like the king Sharpie takes. It's much quicker. How's the spots on this? Not too bad. There's a couple, but those dry down and my orange has gone missing. Ah, it's hiding over here. The orange is the only color I'm looking at. Like, maybe it could use a second coat, but that's okay. I'm not going to. We're gonna let those guys dry, the little touch-ups, and I think I can add the little speckles on for the void egg. I'm just gonna kind of freestyle it. I'm gonna make them squares, but I am gonna freestyle it. I also have like a silver marker we could use for. There's not really highlights on the void egg, but I'm trying to see. I also have this really cute purple marker and this green. Oh, that's silver. Where's my green? This green. So I think those will be like. See if I can get them under their respective. There. They're pretty cute. So I'll try not to forget about those. But I don't really have a non-silvery gray. I do have this. Is not metallic, but it is a gray. I think it will be too bright. So I think I'm just gonna stick with the black and not do any of the highlights. It's a choice. There's one kind of like up here. Maybe I will break out the red one. I also have this. This is an oil paint Sharpie. Ooh, that's nice. Let's see what this looks like. I think they take a while to dry, but it's kind of turning like translucent. Let's go with the POSCA pen. Fresh. Oh yeah, that's much better. I don't know if you can tell, but go for like 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter squares. And they might need a couple coats to be super opaque, but here we go. Yeah. Might have had the placement off, but we're going for inspiration, not exact copy. It's also hard to draw a square on a cylindrical egg. I'm just realizing. Trying to look at it. It's a little wonky. Is that better? That's a little better. We'll throw one up at the top. Kind of got it like mirrored the opposite way as the one down here is. But we can fix that on the other side. I thought that this one would be high enough, but it's really just up at the point of the egg. It should have been here. So I'll put one. 2 more. So just I'll follow the zigzag-ish pattern down. Go a little wider. Yeah, definitely with a second coat, I think we're there. And I'll just add one more down at the bottom here. Beautiful. The inspiration is there. And then on the other side, this side, we'll try and be more close to the actual... Oh, this one down here almost turned into a diagonal. Can I fix that? Not really. It is what it is. Put him down. Alright, which color do I want to start with? I want to say maybe the blue. It is the first in our lineup, but also I feel like the light colors are going to take longer, like 2 coats. So what I'm imagining is there's like 2 squares, and then up higher there's 2 squares, and then it goes back down low. I think it is a squiggly egg, but trying to keep with the squareness of the shape. So up, and then lower. And they are kind of on like the bottom third of the egg. Like, they're not right in the middle, they're kind of lower to start out with. And then the diagonals are kind of middle. So maybe I'll do the diagonals first along the seam of the egg. Ooh. The blue egg is still wet from the attempt dye bath. Yeah. Trying to gauge on how big this square should be. I think maybe a little big. I know I'm making a rectangle, but in my head it's 2 squares. Put that in. Okay, and then this one would go like down diagonally. But I want this also to be in the center of the egg. So I think I'm gonna make this one a little bigger, but I'm only gonna bring it up bigger. The trick will be getting them the same on the opposite side. You know what? Where's the other seam? The other seam's here, so it would come out to about there. I think that's good. Maybe I'll just go a little longer. Yeah. Okay, so now I have to bring this down. The same width. And then go across. Without ruining the illusion. Okay, just a little wonky. This down a little. Yeah! Getting an egg. Can we see the vision? I can see the vision. Okay. We will continue this line across. Bring it up. Well, actually, if you compare the two, this line is kind of the middle, so I will bring the line down a little. Yeah, that looks better. There's our next rectangle. They're always so nice after you pump the POSCA pens again and the ink starts to flow, or the paint, I should say. And the last one is you just connect the two bottom lines and then make another little rectangle. Connected. Bottom little rectangle. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, we got our little egg. How's it looking? Compare it to there we go. She's a little rustic. But I think I got the proportions pretty well. And then we'll go back in with some darkening shades. The dark blue that you're seeing is just water that's coming out of the egg still. The dye water I tried to absorb some through the hole at the bottom, so it's just kind of leaking. So the other eggs don't have that problem. All right, blue egg is chilling. I'll put him kind of like that. That way you can see on the camera. We'll touch on our void egg and then we'll move on to the next one. Oh, that's much brighter on the second coat. Beautiful. Whoop. I got my fingerprint smudged. Like, that's fine. I can just wipe it off. It's a very forgiving process. There we go, second coat. I got all of them. Set that down. Let's do orange next, because we just did the blue, so. Well. Huh. No, the blue isn't a band on one of these. We've got yellow on the pink egg, or purple egg. But I would say the other ones are... They're very similar. They're very similar in colors. So the teal, or mint green. Yeah, those are the colors. So I am going to have this egg nearby for comparison. Put it down here. That compare? Needs to be a little longer, I think. The green is showing up so nicely on the orange. Good color choices. wobbly of a line. It's okay, we can fix that. I'm gonna make this one a little more like a trapezoid because of the curve of the egg to make it look less funky. We'll see, I can always tweak it later. And if I ever go like too crazy proportionally, I can cover it up with the orange. It just might take a couple coats. Cute. Do you think I made that bottom one a little long? Or we're gonna roll with it though. Out of proportions. Looks good. So I'm just going to draw a line to connect these two pieces, and then I'll have my bottom section. Voila. Egg number 2 down. Cute. Okay, so the purple kind of has like a gold. I think I might hold off on that one. And I will do the purple on this. But let's do our other side of our void egg. That way we can have time to make coats. Okay, so we learned from this one that we need to go high. So let's go high. basically just below. They're following the same. Here we are! It'll take another coat once this dries to be vibrant again. But that's pretty good. I mean, the egg shape could be a little chunkier, but nothing I can do about that. Alright, purple on the green egg. Yeah. I am starting to wonder if this is actually orange on the purple egg, and there just isn't any blue stripes on the eggs. Like I said, there could be more egg options out there. These are just the ones that I could find clear images of that weren't running around. Okay. Halfway up, and we do a line. I didn't even compare. I said that looks good. I do think it needs to be a little bigger. Yeah, because you can't really see it from the front of the egg. Yeah. Yeah, like this one you can see. If I put this one in the same orientation, can't see quite as much. So this one I think I've got the position in the egg right, so I'm just gonna go around it entirely. Boop. Marker ran away from me there. It's fine. Yeah. You can see it a little better for sure. Okay, I will run with that. Hang in there, Purple. You're almost free. Oh no, my orange egg. See how this kind of like slants down? Let's fix that. The proportions to the other one looks pretty good. Yeah. My purple is running low. It's okay, it just needs to stand up for a little bit. I'm definitely glad I didn't do 2 coats on each egg. We'll let that dry and then I'll go back and touch it up. They kind of look like little creeper faces. Just needs the 2 little down sections. Kind of. There we go. The 2 last ones were a little rough with the purple, but I'm gonna just set her so she stands up and the rest of the ink flows down. But yeah, there is our green egg. Yeah, like right here and right here need to be touched up, but the rest looks pretty good. And the purple, I think this is orange on the purple. So I will do that. Got some red paint on my nail polish. I just did that today. Should have thought about my plans before I broke out the red nail polish. Speaking of red, we'll do the void egg one last time. Maybe I'll add one in the middle here, just so there's a good distribution. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. A good layout of them. An even smattering, if you will. Pulled up a little of the red with my pen. I was pushing too hard. I think that's what was happening with my purple too, but I was pushing because there wasn't much coming out. There we go. White egg. first line. Yeah, it's not as bright as the orange he has, but we'll see how it turns out. Like, I mean, it would make sense if the colors are just the colors of the other eggs, and I like that. I like that tail, so I'm gonna tell that tail to myself. It could also just be that the orange is a little see-through, so transparent, and it's showing up darker on the egg. The purple background of the egg. Yeah, yeah. How's that compared to our sample egg? Could be a little thicker and a little longer. Let's do it. Sure. How does it look from the front? Maybe a little longer still even. Down the bottom. Cute. Just trying to line up the lines so they look even. As I was doing before. Yeah, like this guy is super wide, whereas this one's not going to be as wide. So I think I did make the first one a little too long. Even though I said it needed to be. Because then if we turn this egg over, it won't be even, but maybe it could stand to be a little longer on this side. Maybe I made this guy too long in the middle one too long. Sure. Sure. Then we just connect these two. Draw my little trapezoids. There we go. pulling my little protective mat down. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. We'll see if we can touch up these spots of the purple. See how the pen kind of was dry and drug through it, so now that we can put a little second coat, hopefully. Doesn't really want to do it. May have let this dry. We'll just make this the show side right here. Trying to think. I do eventually want to add the highlights. Yeah, let's do it, and then that will probably be the last thing. Let's see what colors I got. This pink. Well, the highlight on that one is kind of white. So it has to be on the front of the egg, and then a little square top. Very good, and I'll do it to the other side. Cute. And the green one is also a white highlight, so we'll do the exact same thing. Okay, the blue is like a light blue. So we had this blue, this lighter, not quite. It's a darker blue, so I think that the first one is our best bet. This one here. Yeah, it does look a little lighter, and that's all we need. Just a different color. Oh, it's perfect. Yeah. And then on the other side. Cute. Oh, the egg is still leaking. I'll have to sit that one up. I have to sit that one up for a couple days to get everything, or put a little piece of hot glue on the bottom. And our orange one looks like a yellowy. I know it's supposed to be light orange, but oh, I do actually have light orange. Look at me go. Oh, it's so light, I thought it wasn't coming out. Might benefit from having some white and then this on top. If I were to use just this pen in the future, but put a little highlight. That's perfect. Cute. That goes in that box. Try not to mess up my POSCA pens too much. And I think we'll just go around and do one more layer on all the reds, and that'll pretty much be it for what I'm gonna do with these. I'll put a top coat on them, but I'll do that off screen, so don't need to see that. But that's pretty much my eggs. I'll have to hide them around and pretend that I'm kicking Abigail's butt finding them all. I usually can beat her in the races, but if we're playing multiplayer, I play with someone else, they're always faster than me. So I'm faster than Abigail, but just barely. 1 or 2 eggs. I have to be gentle because it seems that the red doesn't like to stick too well to the Sharpie, so I can't push too hard, otherwise you see. There we go, you get like a little hole in it, so. Not hard to cover up, just better if you avoid it. There we go. This is the safest side to set it down on. Try and gather as many eggs as I can in one hand. There we go. All the eggs. I think they turned out pretty well. I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely happy with them. So pretty. Get them right up close. Yeah, so we've got the void egg. We've got the green and purple egg, which is this one here. We got purple and oranges next. I guess then it's the void egg. Move that. orange and green. And then the blue and purple. So that's them all in order of what I've got on my screen. They're rolling all over the place. Yeah, we did it! That's gonna wrap it up for me tonight. Like I said, I'll put a clear coat on them and I'll post them on my Instagram afterwards when Easter comes around, which was Sunday for us. So, yeah. Thanks for joining me, and hopefully this inspires you to paint some of your own eggs. But otherwise, thanks for hanging around. But yeah, have a good Easter, everybody, if you celebrate. And if not, Egg Festival. Adios.